That is singularly a reality at the cross, isn't it? Where you see the full manifestation of the righteousness of God displayed as He punishes the holy, harmless, undefiled Son for our sins to satisfy necessarily His righteousness. Romans 10, Paul says the Jews have a problem. They do not understand the righteousness of God. What do you mean by that? They don't know how righteous God is. How is that reflected? They go about to establish their own righteousness. They think the righteousness of God is attainable to them. In other words, they think God is less righteous than He is, and they are more righteous than they are, and so they can earn acceptance with God. They can meet His standard. They don't understand that Christ is the end of the law for righteousness. You never will understand how righteous God is until you go to the cross. And you will see there that as loving and gracious and merciful as God is, as eager and willing as He is to forgive the sinner, He still has to carry out infinite punishment on a substitute to deal with His righteousness. You know, I don't know if you read that whole cross scene thoughtfully, but from 9 in the morning till 12 when He's hanging on the cross, He says some things. First thing, Father, forgive them, and then today you'll be with me in paradise, and then it goes dark. And it goes dark for 3 hours, and He says nothing. And then the darkness is gone, and He speaks His final words. And I don't know if you ever think about that darkness. Most people think that that's the absence of God. I've been rethinking that lately. There are Old Testament accounts that tell us that God reveals Himself in the darkness. Sinai, the covenant with Abraham, the darkness emblematic of the presence of God in judgment.